LooksMenu by Expired6978 requires Fallout script extender and a game version 1.5.157 or greater. Feature list is much larger, allowing to see more items at once. Facial features can now be selected from the list rather than selecting the actual face, aka select a part by name. Presets can now be saved and loaded, by the way. Now, why would you need Fallout script extender? For starters, the game does not save and load character presets. This is impossible without including the plugin. In terms of selecting part by name and plugins is needed, as the interface does not have the full access to the internal variable, sets what your current part is. Without the plugin change, types does not work correctly. Now this leads to a much cleaner and easier to navigate experience for most people. Mostly PC users, I'd say. This is very, very PC friendly, whereas I felt the original character modification was geared more towards console use. This makes everything much clearer, faster in my opinion, far faster, and less cumbersome at times. I found myself selecting earlobes when I was trying to change the color of hair, but with this mod, this is no longer an issue that I suffer from, nor shall you. I'm sure of future iterations of mods being able to plug in standalone tattoos or makeup, lipsticks, facial textures possibly, scars that will be modified, and new components that will only happen in time, that this mod will become a necessity for traversing all of these fantastic plugins and that are sure to come as the creation kit goes hopefully out of beta within some point in time, and also becomes easier to use and less of a crashing mess heap. But that's just my personal opinion about the creation kit and has nothing to do with this mod. If you like what you see and find that the vanilla option for character creation left you scratching your head as to why Bethesda would make it in such a fashion, this mod is certainly for you. Another great mod by Lord of War, the Scavenged NCR armor, which in and of itself seems like a masterpiece of texture work, of design and creativity, that often makes me think, how does this modder not have a job with Bethesda? Oh, that's right, he has ideas that are new and fresh. The description reads, a unique design for the NCR armor, different than the original but still shares some similarities. The armor offers very decent protection, and it consists of 3 pieces. The poly count is a little high, about 30,000. It had 4K textures. It may be a little heavy for some low rigs since the armor uses 4 maps, each 4K. It's recommended if you notice any degrading performance to use lower texture options. This supports male and female characters. Female CBBE body slide as well, by the way, so if you're using a custom CBBE, then you can truly tweak this to your preferences. Now, how to get this? The mod author recommends that you do the small quest for it. Now, it's been said a mercenary which came from the West Coast months ago took a contract and headed southwest into the glowing sea, and he never returned. Some settlers say he was wearing what looked like a pre-war armor, but it was difficult to recognize. Or you could just craft it into the chem station, utility section, and if you use Armorsmith extended patch version, it'll be in the Armorsmith workbench. I would surely say if you enjoyed the NCR Ranger, then you're going to love this piece. It's perfect for survival mode, and also I find its ability to withstand radiation a godsend, because I often get myself sick with radiation poison because I don't pay attention and I'm walking out in those horrible storms. This mod is War of the Commonwealth by Engeji, which I believe is French for to hire. That's what Google Translate tells me, at least. War of the Commonwealth spawns. Welcome to the living and active wasteland. Survival too easy, not challenging enough? Are you too OP for your high level and the enemies are boring? Sick of walking all over the Commonwealth with an empty shell of a wasteland? Wish there was more things to kill? Then this mod's for you. This mod is a deep revision of the original mod. This mod is a deep revision of my original mod, Spawns mod, called Commonwealth Spawns Extended. It contains many changes and improvements over the original project. As the mod's name implies, the main purpose of this mod is to bring more life to the Commonwealth waves by adding new spawn points for enemies, NPCs, animals, and creatures, the addition of thousands of new spawn enemies, making the Commonwealth much more chaotic and dangerous while bringing the entirely new possibilities, including tactical gameplay and more difficult supply management. Depending on the spawn setting, the mod can offer a completely new gaming experience, from the slightest enhanced vanilla spawn system to the extremely hardcore. This mod brings back enjoyment for game combat and mechanics, from lonesome wandering in a desolate world to a new dynamic and chaotic wasteland where your in-game choices, character build, and tactical choices will matter more than the vanilla game. This really makes you believe the Commonwealth had those 200 years of mutants to reproduce and the humans to build a base of their present. Please excuse my phone going off repeatedly in the background. Now to give my overall consensus of the mod. This mod is motherfucking chaotic. Like, it's ridiculously chaotic. Now, I should have checked for different levels, but I found myself wandering the wasteland, and every time you turned around, something was going balls out crazy. Like, one minute you take down, a pack of feral ghouls. Then you take another step, and an assaultron comes up and comes after you. Then a dog jumps up and bites you. It's just madness everywhere. Then, while you're finishing off some other enemies, a raider just comes out of the bushes and shoots you right in the fucking ass. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I would say that if you were insanely bored with how Fallout is, and you want just madness, sheer unadulterated escape from New York, your Kurt Russell madness, then this mod is definitely for you. But if you're like me and you're wandering the wasteland and you just wasted a bunch of guys, then another bunch of guys pop out, the level of confusion that'll hit your brain is just ridiculous. I mean, I found myself confused. Like, okay, took out those ghouls, and then all of a sudden, boom, there goes like some robots, and they're fucking me. I'm like, what the hell? Where were you guys earlier? And they're like, we're waiting for you to finish taking out the ghouls. Now we will butt fuck you vigorously, and then you take them out, and then there's a pack of wild dogs next. Then you just start running. Before I knew it, I spent my time running. Just running like a bitch and trying to hide, but you can't hide. Because every damn monster out here knows you're there. It can smell your fear. It's sniffing out you trying to hide behind a car like, okay, I'm using a take cover mod. There's no way it can see me. Wrong. They see you, and in fact, bloatflies also know you're there. A whole team of bloatflies have just decided to come down here because you stink like shit, and they're gonna nibble your nuts. Straight up, flat out madness. So, if you're looking for an experience of sheer carnage, then War of the Commonwealth is without a doubt for you. If you want every second of your gameplay to be almost a gunfight, you gotta download this. But if you're like me and you didn't manage like your weapons, because frankly you didn't expect it to be this wild, you're up a creek without a shit paddle, because frankly you run out of bullets before you even finish taking off the first 2 or 3 hordes of whatever madness the game will decide to spawn and throw at you. That's all I can say. Make sure you've got ammunition and provisions, because this mod will totally run you dry. And if you're doing this on survival mode, I hope you have a great character, because you will die. You will totally die. Welcome to Fallout Dark Souls Edition. This mod, the Better Nuka-Cola Machine by Devious Methods, is a welcome addition. It's fantastic. The mod author felt that for such an iconic brand in the Fallout lore, that the machine itself was very lacking. It was flat out lackluster, here it is, Nuka-Cola. The mod author even went as far as to add stickers for Grognoth the Barbarian on the side of it. Now this is an authentication that is fantastic, because if you remember vending machines from the 80s and 90s, there were lots of them that were in this decrepit state where people would just walk up and slap a decal on it, and then someone else would try and peel it off, or one would stay on and it would fade for years into the paint. This is such a fantastic artistic take. This is such a real world situation adjustment to the Nuka-Cola machine that I am impressed with this. Flat out impressed. This is a must-have mod in my opinion, simply for the immersion factor alone. The level of detail here is worthy of applause, because now it takes something you paid absolutely no mind to and made it worth at least taking a second glance at. Well, that's it for me. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Tell people about me. Tell them that they must watch me, that they need me in their lives, that I'm a deity, a god among men. Alright, a demigod. Like, I'm still half human. That explains all my fucking up. But those moments when I win, I shine like the sun. A golden, ow, my finger. Ow, I hurt my hand. What the lip? Really? Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna hurt tomorrow. Oh God, the pain. The pain.